in today's message we have a word. Actually, I woke up with a song. It's a Filipino song called Bakit Ngayon Ka Lang. And if you know the song, to all Filipinos out there, it's like, Bakit ngayon ka lang? Bakit ngayon kung kailan ng aking puso'y mayroon ng laman? So it's like, love is wrong timing. It's like to the non-Filipino speaking audience, it's like we have the right love at the wrong time. Na 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 na. So from Barry Manilow, if you guys know that song, and I know the song selection are a bit old, and I'm an old soul, and I'm not ashamed to tell you that I'm an old soul. So anyway, so the point is the message today is all about timing. Timing, time keeps flowing like a river. Na 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 na, na 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 me. Something like that. So anyway, it's all about time. Time for what? Time for what? It's all about like I feel like you are in a situations where you feel like you are in the wrong timing. I feel like you face situations or circumstances where you feel like you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. And right now I feel like you are feeling like you have someone, or you met somebody, or you have anything, something, and you feel like this is at the wrong time. But the message here is to see it from a different perspective, that time is relative, and there is a reason why you have this thing, why you met someone, why you have to feel or be in a circumstance where you feel like you are at the wrong place at the wrong time. But instead of seeing it that way, see it from a lens where you derive a lesson, or like to see it as a test. It's not like you're being tested, but like quiz. Like you see, it's like the universe, God, the creator, wants you to see these situations you're in as a stepping stone to a lesson, a karmic lesson that you need to learn in order for you to expand, to develop, to grow as a person, instead of seeing yourself as a victim. So yeah, like it's easy for us to see ourselves as a victim because we've seen ourselves for the longest time that way. And I feel like you it's like it's a habit. The victim mentality is a habit, and I have that too. I can't really say that I'm exempted from it because I also have undergone the darkness and have undergone dark night of the soul, and it's not really easy, and it's not for everyone. Because if you're someone if you're someone if you're someone who's in it right now, I feel you. Like, excuse me, like you are at the abyss. You don't know which way to go. You don't know the future. You're just there, stuck there, and you're just helplessly watching your life collapses, basically. So everything that you've built, let's say you're in your 30s now, like me. Like, you see your life, your entire life, your career, let's say, your entire career, the life that you built in your 20s are is collapsing right now. And you helplessly have to give up your career, maybe, have to give up your house, give up your car, give up your, I don't know what kind of sacrifices you have to endure and hang on until such time that you feel like you're at the plateau of it. But you're still in the abyss, but you're at the plateau. That, like, okay, this is it. You're now in a different circumstance. You're now, if you don't have the comfort zone anymore, you're now at the, you call it abyss, like Hadean zone, whatever you call it. Like you are just stuck there, and you just don't know where to go. You just don't know which path, and you're stuck there. Maybe you're just scrolling YouTube. You don't know where to go. You just waste your life scrolling your life through YouTube, and I don't know, like instead of building your life just as you did, like in your 20s, you're kind of stuck now in a cycle where you become the ass, you become the burden, you become you do, because once you stop functioning just as you did, just because of a change of circumstance, it becomes a trap, like and becomes, and because it's a trap, it's like it starts with the mind. And because I feel like you're the type of person who thinks a lot, and I feel like you're the type of person who likes to analyze everything and every little thing in life. And you feel like out of all the days, out of all the times that it could come, how come my life is collapsing right now when everything is perfect and all? So there's like about timing of things. Why does it have to happen now? Why does it have to be this way? Why does it have to happen right now or this moment? And it's like it's like it's easy for you. It's easy really for us to think that this is it, this is the end of it, and there's no chance in life, or you're about to give up, and you're ready to give up. But you have to think about it as a God's redirection, God's detour. God, the universe, the creator, whatever you believe in, this is a reroute. This is a reroute, a detour, whatever you call it. This is a redirection for you, for the path that you were meant to be. And now you are at the moment, you are at the stage where everything you thought you were, everything you know about yourself is gone. So now you're watching, what you're actually watching and witnessing, experiencing right now is the collapse of the old self. And because it's the collapse of the old self, you're witnessing the pain, you're mourning, you're grieving, whatever you're feeling right now. I know how it feels, because I feel like I'm still in that process. Like I'm like you, I'm still in the process of mourning. And mourning and grieving is not like, okay, overnight I'm good and I'm okay. I'm still mourning for the things that I lost. I'm still mourning for the things that I think I deserve, and I think I have to work hard so so much for. They are the things that actually, like, they were released, and I was forced, like God gave me circumstances or situations where I have to let them go. So as a result, I have to let go of my website, and I have to let go of all the work that I've done in my 20s, and so on and so forth. So maybe you are in a similar situation right now where you feel like everything that you've built in the last 10 years, let's say, you you see them collapsing, you see your life collapsing, everything that you think that you are is collapsing, and you're asking yourself right now, out of all the things, out of all the times that it could come, why now? Let's say it's not it's let's say it's about health. One of your family members, maybe one of your family members got sick, and out of all the times that he or she could get sick, during the Christmas day or during the Christmas time, or when the Christmas is fast approaching. So things like this will come up. So as soon as we talk about time, although time is relative, time isn't, like, what we know about time is just a structure created by humans around the Egyptian period and earlier. So this is not like, okay, like we measure time because we want to know, like like what time it is. Like, okay, this is 12 noon and all, but this is not meant to measure us, how much we can do, like how much we can produce. This is not actually just meant for that. Time is there to like, this is a system. Time is a system. The time that we know, that you and I know, like 12 o'clock, 1 2 24 hours in a day, there are 365.75 days in a year. All of these are numerical system that we have developed in order for us to be organized as a civilization. Okay, but anytime in any civilization, the way they interpret time will be different. Okay, so that the precision will be different. There will be times that this and that will be changing. Like in every civilization, there is a different way of interpreting time. So that means time is relative. Time can be interpreted in different ways. It depends on your perspective. It depends on what lens you're seeing, from a low vibration, from a victim mentality, or from a winner's mentality lens, you could say. So I have here some random words, some little flashcards, you could say, with some random words. It's actually mixed up with my house. So let's say what we can get. I mean, what's with the timing? Is it timing about love? Is this love? Like you're seeing your crush. Out of all the times that she could come to your life, she arrived now when you're already taken. Or out of all the times that this disease could come, or I don't like to wish you to wish anyone for a disease or something like that, but if it's the case, then maybe like you are in a situation where you are asking yourself, why does it have to come now? Why does it have to arrive now? Or maybe this is about your flight, or this is about your plan. Like, why does it have to come now when we have reunion or whatever? And you feel like it's a hassle, and it's a hassle. Why does it have to be this way? I mean, instead of asking ourselves like, favor withheld. Don't know if you can see that. Favor withheld. Okay. Favor withheld. Yeah, I feel like the favor has been withheld. I feel like you've been deprived of something. I feel like you're wishing for something, and out of all the times that it could be, like it could not be answered, it's now. Maybe you're wishing for something this Christmas, and that wish didn't come, and that triggers something about time. What does it have to be now? Inner knowing, but you already know. I feel like you already know what to do. I know you already know how to see it. You already have the instinctive meaning about it. Like, why does it have to happen now? Why does it have to be now? Why does it have to be tomorrow and all? But you already have the inner knowing about this. You already know the answer. You already know, but you just don't like to acknowledge it. I don't know what it is that you don't like to acknowledge it. I don't know what it is that you don't like to acknowledge, but I feel like you already know there's something that you don't like to acknowledge. And I feel like this is like it's because of the song Bakit Ngayon Ka Lang. And the song is about, it's a song to all Filipino audience, to the Filipino audience. They will know that this song is talking about, out of all the times that you would come, the first love, or maybe your first love, out of all the times that he or she would come, now, when you're already taken by somebody, when you're already with somebody, and you already think that you're in love and taken by somebody, you're kind of confused why this feeling is coming up again. Why this feeling is coming up again out of all the times that it could come, why now? And that's how, and although you already know the answers, you just don't want to acknowledge it. You don't want to acknowledge the fact that there is still some feelings right there. And because don't want to you don't like to acknowledge the fact that you still have feelings for this person. Instead of acknowledging it, you're questioning it. Why does it have to come right now? And below I have here scattered will. Okay, scattered will. So I feel like scattered inner knowing and scattered will. Yeah, because like your eyes are busy. You already know the answers, but your eyes are busy. You have distractions in front of you just to numb it, just to distract you from this feeling. Although you already know the concern, you already know the issue, you have something within you that needs to be said, that needs to be released, that needs to be discussed, that needs to be taken seriously, but you think that it's not really important. I feel like instead of taking care of this issue, I feel like you are covering it up with a lot of distractions around you. Maybe like I see here the seventh house. So seventh house is about marriage, partnership. So you're distracting yourself by hanging out with different people, by people just to distract yourself from this feeling, or you kind of have to cloud yourself. You have the option, or you choose to cloud yourself, your judgment by other people's opinions about this. I don't know what it is that is bothering you, but instead of trusting your gut instinct, your inner knowing about this, you rely on the scattered will. You have way too many, you have a lot of stimuli around you. And because like you're and because like you're surrounded by people, you're surrounded by a group of people, it's kind of hard then to, but it's also like for you, this is your tool, this is your way to numb it. So you will not talk about it, you will not think about it. And it's kind of sad because you have these feelings deep inside, but you don't like to say it. Just because of what? Oh, fear of letting go. Hmm. And then behind is a fresh start. You actually want a fresh start. You want, but you're afraid to let go. Let go of what? Being trapped in memories. Are you trapped by memories? And there's a question of being trapped in memories and fully here. Fully here. Being trapped in memories. Being trapped in memories and fully here. And we also have pressure of expectations. Pressure of expectations. Yeah, like I said, like instead of relying on your inner knowing, you rely you, you rely on the external, the stimuli, to numb it. Or I feel like this is just that to, aside from numbing it, this is like your excuse to numb it, and at the same time this is also like your coping mechanism to people please, to keep the harmony, to keep the peace, because you know that by deciding this or by pursuing this thing, this will cause some expectation, disappointments from the people around you, from the people that you trust and loyal. And but you also have an issue of fear of letting go, so you can't actually let this go. What is this thing that you can't let go? So that means memories of what? Memories of that someone or something to be fully here. 1959 on the times time. I mean, like, you actually want someone to be here, but you are afraid. You are afraid to break the expectation. I understand how it is. Like, I understand how it is to break expectations and disappoint people, because I experienced that myself, and I actually am still experiencing that. Yeah. Like, like in the family, people expect me to be this and that. And just to be more specific, like, since they think I was the smartest in the group, they think that I will be the one who will pursue the highest, you could say, postgraduate education or whatsoever, like highest expectation. Like, I could be working in a national government, I could be working for the government for in general, because of the background that I have. But instead, I chose a different route. I chose to be poor. I chose to be different. I chose to be unique. And here we are, 10 years, 15 years later, where we are. Because before, I was like, they expect me to be a teacher, and I would be like, at the age of 30, I will be pursuing masters and PhDs and all that, and a lot of expectations. There's really a pressure of expectation, okay? And I do understand the kind of pressure of expectation that you're facing right now. And because of this expectation, you're afraid to express yourself, you know? And that's what the scattered will means. Like, you have a lot of scattered will. So it's either you have a lot of distractions, or you have a lot of people pushing their will onto you. So either way, you're trapped. Either way, you're trapped. So what is this that you're trapped with? I mean, aside from the memories, for sure, what is the memory? I mean, what specific memory is this, spirit? My spirit team, what kind of memories is the collective facing right now? I mean, what kind of memories is he or she facing right now that causes some pain, some fear, anxiety within this person, within this individual? What kind of, like, what does, or what withholding, what is this withholding mean? Like, is this information? Is this romance? Is this career plan? Is this something like he doesn't know? Queen of Swords. The truth. The favor withheld. You're withholding an information from this person. Because sword is truth. Information. Air. Queen of Swords. So this is like, if you are a man, then you have been withholding information from a woman, for a woman. Or if you are a woman, then you have been withholding information from the other person, from the other party, from the man, for the man. I mean, if understand what I'm trying to say, like you are withholding information for the person who deserves to know the truth, but you already have the inner knowing. And out of all the times that it could come to you, that decision, that uncomfortable moment to decide, that uncomfortable moment that you have to decide whether you have to tell the person or not about your feelings, about the truth that you have been withholding for so long time. But then you're also wishing that this person or this something should be fully here. So you want this person to be fully present in your life, but you are not really also willing to let this go because of the fear that you will disappoint a lot of people, and because of the pressure of a lot of expectation, because you are the kind of person that makes people expect a lot. You are the kind of person that makes a person, because maybe you're a leader, or you have the charisma, or maybe you're the person who has a lot of charisma and can really lead people. And because you have this leadership quality, you kind of are, I don't like to say trained, like you're you're suited. You're like, it's like you have the system, you have the build of being a leader. Okay, and people normally will follow you no matter what you do and say and decide. People follow you. And because it's not just from grade school, maybe you feel like you're the class president, and then in high school you became the student organization leader or something, or to the president or whatever, to the college, university, and so on and so forth. And now you are a career man or you're a career woman, whatever it is. You still feel the same pressure, although you're in a different circumstance. And now you're asking yourself, why, out of all the times that it could come to you to decide whether to tell the person the truth or not, why is it now? Excuse me. Why is it now? But what makes you scared about this person? Why is it a big deal? Why is this information a big deal? And we have Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so we have Seven of Pentacles, which means in reverse, that means like you feel like you're losing a lot. You were not there. You were not there when this person was growing for so long time, because I feel like the Pentacles is like, this gives me like an earth energy. That means like seasonal. Like, how many months does a coconut I know it's a weird analogy, but a coconut needs 10 years to grow? I'm not sure. 10 years? Or let's say a rice field. A rice field would need 6 months. And then you have 4 months interval, harvest, and the planting season, if I'm not mistaken. So you're counting months, years. So that's why, that's why you're not actually, that's why you're not approaching this person. Because I feel like it's been so long time that passed, and I feel like you feel uncomfortable to approach this person because you really don't know how to approach this person, because you feel like, how could you how do you even start the conversation when it's been too long? What kind of topics would you even talk about? I mean, like, you actually want this person to be fully here, right here, present in front of you. Then why would you withhold the information that he or she deserves? Why? Although deep inside you see the man's face looking at the harvest, like, oh, oh, love. It's like, Ibarra to Mara Clara, And like, why does it have to take so long time for you as the Ibarra to tell what you feel, how you feel about this person? And although deep inside you know that you still love her or you still have feelings for this person, but why you choose to hide it, fearing that by saying that you're disappointing people, you're breaking expectations, you're afraid to receive people's disappointments, because I feel like you're the type of person, like I said, like you have this natural leadership abilities, and by doing that makes you feel like a fool, like so unnatural, out of character, if you will. By doing that, it makes you feel like this is not me, but this is what your heart desires. I mean, if you really like the person, then why would you deny it? Because when you deny feelings, it backfires, it backfires. Later on, you will have supplements to take, because anxiety, let's say anxiety, you're unconsciously telling your stomach to give me ulcers. So if let's just say, like, if you're angry, you're telling your veins, your blood, your red blood cells to pump more, because I want to die, or I want to kill myself here, because you're just so angry. Your cortisol, your neurotransmitters, you're telling your brain to be in convulsion all the time. You're telling your body to be in convulsion all the time. So that's why, things like this will backfire. So that's why it's better to release it. Whether the person will receive it well or not, at least you let go of it. If not, then you do something like maybe telling the person by word, by spoken word, is not your cup of tea. Then maybe you can write a song, poem, I don't know, like write a novel, I don't know what you can do, but point is, you have something within you that you like to release. You want this person to know, and you're now questioning. You're at the position where you're asking yourself, why does it have to happen right now? Why does it have to be this way? Why does it have, out of all the times that it could come, why does it have to be now? Be it a feelings, be it a career change, anything that makes you feel like this is a difficult conversation. And this is a difficult conversation because you were holding truth, whatever truth that may be, but you have the truth. Okay? And so what can you do? I mean, are you willing to speak? Are you willing to tell the person? Are you willing to do something to resolve it? Or not really? You're not really in the mood to do something because you just choose to feel that way. You see, you have Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles, that's like you're afraid to lose. You're because the stability matters to you. But you see, behind the man there is a city. So that means explore. But no, you'd rather stick to your stability than explore. Although you feel like there's something about time. I don't know what it is about time. Time to tell a person, is this the right time to tell the person? Or why does it have to happen right now? Or this is really about time. Time, like why wouldn't you do it now? Why wouldn't you say it now? Why do you have to wait? When the person deserves to hear something from you, or the person deserves to hear the honesty from you, but you're withholding it. And yeah, to close this, I like to use the oracle cards. the Greenwich Oracle deck. So, what else does the collective need to know about this message about time? Is like if this person is fearful of what could happen, if the person would follow his or her heart, then what is it that needs that the collective needs to reflect on things that disturbs her, bothers her or him. Butterfly, transformation, the butterfly. This calls for transformation. And below there's a moth, the illusion. This is like about, and I see the blue butterfly, and blue is throat chakra. So it's the blue is the symbolical color of the throat chakra, the blue butterfly. And we know the butterfly is like there's a stage from cocoon, from the caterpillar cocoon, and then you have metamorphosis, you have the butterfly, so you have the metamorphosis. So this is calling for a metamorphosis within you. So instead of asking yourself, why does it have to happen now? Why does it have to happen right now? Why does it have to happen this way? You see it from a different perspective. You see it as God's detour, God and the creation, the universe's way to redirect you to a better place, to a place that you didn't really actually expect, that it's actually better for you or best for you, or it's actually what you want and need at the same time. Not just want, but you actually need. Because God, the universe, the creator, will always give us what we need. We just know what we want, okay, as humans. But God, the higher powers, the heavens, will always know what we need. So it depends on what we need. It depends, like, if it's a karmic lesson that we need to learn, it's a lesson that we need to learn. If it's a miracle that we deserve to earn, whatever it is, like, this is a call for you to change perspective instead of seeing time, the timing of things. Like, like if you're Christian or and all, like in the book of Ecclesiastes, there's always a time for everything. There's always a reason for everything. So instead of seeing the events and situations as bad things, especially the difficult ones, you see it as a stepping stone, a tool to transform you to become a better person. So maybe if you actually, instead of withholding this information, this truth from this person, what if you actually just tell the person how you truly feel? What will happen? It's out of your control. That's none of your business. How she or he will react, that's none of your business. Your business is you release the information. You let go of the information for your own sake. So your body doesn't have to, keep that in. And then later on you will suffer from cardiac arrest and hypertension problems because you have a lot of stuff going on inside. You don't want ulcers to come to you. You don't want cancers to come to you. So what would you do? So allow your unconscious to come out. Allow your feelings, your thoughts to come out, the true you. So this is the guidebook. Because this is new. Like, I just bought it and I like to see what specific reflection, because the guidebook, aside from giving the meanings and all, it also describes the gives us the reflection notes and reflection questions that we can reflect to end this reading. So we have the butterfly. Where's the butterfly? There. Transformation, joy, beauty, and transience. So the butterflies are commonly associated with beauty and joy. They are inspirational in their loveliness, but the journey they go through to achieve this metamorphosis is even more inspirational, if less pretty. Caterpillars must completely dissolve in the chrysalis, giving up their very physical selves in the process of transformation. Only once they have relinquished everything can their physical matter be reassembled as butterflies. The idea of that much sacrifice can be overwhelming, even if the end result is glorious. Fear of change can also hold you back. Let the beauty and joy that await you inspire courage. Trust that achieving your goal will be worth it. The butterfly card urges you not to be afraid to let yourself grow and become something new. So, the reflection question will be: are you afraid to make a change? Especially if this change means giving up parts of yourself in the process. Are you afraid to let go? I feel like you have a fear of letting go, okay? So you have the fear of letting go, and you are withholding the favor. And that favor is the truth. You're withholding the favor from the person because you're withholding the information that this person deserves to know, whatever the truth it is. So it's you, only you know what kind of truth you're withholding, and that truth means freedom for you. But because you're withholding it, but because of the pressure and expectations of people, you don't want to disappoint people, you're afraid to let go of the fear, because of the fear, this intense fear, because I feel like because of time. It's been so long time since you talked to this person, for example. It's been so long time since you tried this project or this hobby, for example. Let's say you're a former baseball player and it's been so long time you've been doing baseball, and it's like you're retired now, and now this is the time for you to try baseball again. And like, instead of looking at it, why does it have to be now? Why does it have to? Why do I have to go to the baseball field now, or whatever? Instead of asking yourself that way, you see it as, what can I learn from this, or what what does God, the universe, the creator, wants me to do based on the circumstances I am now. So I hope that resonates. I hope that it resonates with you, because I also resonate with this too. Because, like, if you check out my playlist and you go Living Brennet series, if you go to my playlist Living Brennet series, you'll find what we've gone through in the last 2 years. And I would say that like, these fears that you're facing right now, like, my husband and I were challenged to the core, and until now we're still recovering from it, and we're still moving on from the chapter. It's not like, we've completely closed that chapter. We're still on it, but I believe that we can heal together, and that's what makes it important and essential to communicate, to be open, not withholding information from the other simply because of fear of letting go, fear of judgment, fear of losing face, losing dignity, losing, I don't know, like, why don't we try to change our perspective and see our situation from a higher lens and higher perspective, instead of seeing ourselves as victims all the time, when we have full control and free will to do and change the course of our lives for the better. So I hope that this message resonates with you. And before I leave, I'd like to invite you to get a copy of my book, Strokes of Desire, Cult of Eros #1, which will come this coming December 31. And yeah, it will be available in ebook and print. And what else? If you'd like to know more about me and all these readings and what I do, you can go to my website, mgaspary.substack.com. Alright, so you will see all my updates and whatever I do, like, because I am also writing books, I'm writing articles, I'm writing a bunch of things, I'm doing a lot of things. Because I like to explore. I don't like to get stuck. I don't like to just keep my spirit low. I like to explore, and even if it means disappointing people, because people have a lot of expectations of me. But I know that I will keep disappointing people more and more each time. So, and I'm not even like, at first it's like I feel sorry for all the disappointments, because especially towards my parents, my family, and all the disappointments is real. And in the last 10 years, the disappointments were just, okay, like they grew into something else. Okay, so I know how it is to be like disappointing people. And I know that I will, as I will always say, and I will always say this, I will keep disappointing people. But I don't mind. Why? Because if they love me, if they really love me, then they will stick with me. Because they will accept me for who I am. Because every time I shed a layer, that means another layer is revealed. And if they're not comfortable with the layer they see, then you're not for me. You don't belong in my circle. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, yeah, I mean, I know it's harsh, it's radical, but I love myself more. And now that I'm becoming a mother, it's much more sensible. Because I don't want to be the mother who's, like, hee hee. I like to be a stable mother for my child, for my daughter, for my baby Zoe. So, yeah, I hope that everything's clear. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. And see you in the next one. I love you and care for you as much as I care for myself and others. See you in the next one. Cheers.